आरबीआई गवर्नर साहब, मैं लक्ष्मण सीएनबी सेवा से। मेरा सवाल यह है कि जो विकसित भारत का लक्ष्य रखा गया 2047 तक, उसमें बैंक के कितने क्रेडिट ग्रोथ की आवश्यकता रहेगी, किस रेट से, और खासतौर से पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक क्या इतने कैपिटल के लिए इक्विप्ड है या फिर उसमें कुछ स्पेशल स्टेप्स लेने की जरूरत है? स्पेसिफिक सवाल कि क्या एफडीआई लिमिट बढ़ाने की जरूरत आपको महसूस हो रही है?
नहीं, बैंक्स के पास में देखिए बहुत अधिक मात्रा में कैपिटल है। जो आज के दिन में हमारी कैपिटल एडुकेसी समस्त बैंकिंग क्षेत्र की है वो 17% से भी अधिक है, जबकि जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो केवल 11.5% है। तो अगर और कैपिटल नहीं भी आता है तब भी हम लगभग 5 वर्ष और जो है क्रेडिट मुहैया करा सकते हैं। जिस प्रकार से जो ग्रोथ रेट आज के दिन में है 10-11% की एवरेज ग्रोथ रेट रही है कैपिटल की, अभी आज के दिन में 14.5% की ग्रोथ रेट है। तो इस ग्रोथ रेट को बरकरार करने के लिए हमारे पास में 4 से 5 वर्ष तक का कैपिटल मौजूद है। आपको ये भी मालूम है कि पिछले वर्ष काफ़ी अधिक संख्या में न केवल डोमेस्टिक बल्कि फॉरेन कैपिटल बैंकिंग क्षेत्र में और साथ ही साथ एनबीएफसी क्षेत्र में रिकॉर्ड इन्वेस्टमेंट या तो हुआ है या उसकी कमिटमेंट हुई है। लगभग 1 लाख करोड़ रुपया का फॉरेन कैपिटल ही इसमें आया है। तो ये इस बात को दर्शाता है कि हमारा जो बैंकिंग और एनबीएफसी का जो क्षेत्र है, जो पिछले 10 वर्षों में जो कार्य किया गया बैंकिंग क्षेत्र के द्वारा, आरबीआई के द्वारा, गवर्नमेंट्स के द्वारा, विशेषकर कि पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स में जो गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा जो कार्य किया गया, उससे न केवल कैपिटल एडिक्वेसी इम्प्रूव हुई, लिक्विडिटी जो है बेहतर हुई, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इम्प्रूव हुई, एसेट क्वालिटी एनएनपीए आज के दिन में 0.5% से भी कम है, और साथ ही साथ जो गवर्नेंस इम्प्रूव हुआ, जो पूरा सिस्टम जो इम्प्रूव हुआ है, जो उनके अप्रेजल की कैपेसिटी है, कंप्लायंस की जो कल्चर है, जो कि ये कुछ एक सॉफ्ट चीज़ें हैं, उनमें भी जो पिछले 10 वर्षों में बेहतरी हुई है। तो हम बिल्कुल निश्चित हैं कि आगे आने वाले वर्षों में जो भी भारतीय अर्थव्यवस्था की ज़रूरतें हैं उनको हम पूर्ण कर सकें।
धन्यवाद सर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम मिस श्रीनी चौधरी फ्रॉम एनडीटीवी प्रॉफिट।
Ma'am, my question is for you. How are you reading the latest US tariff twist emerging in past few days? Any impact on the Indian economy?
On the Indian economy, I think it's a bit too soon for me to comment. But on the trade, particularly, aside from the Indian economy in general, the Commerce Ministry is reviewing the situation. The delegation will have to take a call on when they're going to go for further negotiations. So it's a bit too early for me to comment.
Thank you, madam. Next question from Deepankar Kumar from PTI.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. This is with regard to one of the announcement made in budget in 22-23 with regard to CBDC. After that, pilot phase was launched and it's almost 3.5 years. Full-scale launch is still awaited. What are the challenges that RBI is facing, or if you could share the update on nationwide launch of CBDCs?
See, first of all, let me clarify that the CBDC is not for the moment. It's not a kind of a substitute for cash. Neither is it, a substitute for the other payments, fast payment systems or other payment systems. It is there, to augment these payment systems that we have in our, and currency systems that we have in our country. We have done a number of technical improvements in this regard. Right now, the effort is basically to get the technical and the operational details to be done, to perfect them. And in this regard, a number of further innovations and improvements are being done. For example, we are working on making this available even in offline mode. So unless and until we have the whole bouquet of features which are available on this CBDC, it would be premature to implement this on a large scale. However, at the same time, it has, you are aware, a number of additional advanced features which other forms of payments and currency do not have. For example, programmability. Because this is actually a new feature. So this is the feature that we are again promoting in partnership with the central government and in partnership with state governments, wherever we want to make targeted payments. So that is the state of affairs insofar as CBDC is concerned.
Thank you, sir. I now request Ms. Sapna Das from CNBC TV 18 to ask a question.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Sapna here. Good afternoon. Ma'am, to you first. You just now said it's a bit early to kind of comment on the Indian economy, but given the state of affairs for now, how have you assessed the situation? It's a dynamic situation, changing almost on a weekly basis. So what's your conversation like with the regulators? You can share with us over here. And sir, for you, post your previous or the last MPC, are we going to understand that probably the interest rate tool is something that the RBI will not be using very frequently going forward, and it will be more, your focus is going to be more on the liquidity side with more liquidity measures, possibly? Thank you, ma'am.
Well, the answer is the same. You only reworded the question, right? So it's a bit too early for me to comment. I repeat.
See, on the rate part, it's not within my domain. It is the MPC. The MPC minutes were released only a couple of days ago. On 20th, we released the minutes. And we will be taking a decision, meeting by meeting. So what the interest rate decision will be in the next, it will depend on the evolving growth and inflation dynamics. Liquidity, also, there was a mention in my statement, in the governor's statement, that we do after the MPC meeting on 6th. And I can only reiterate that for you. We stand committed to providing liquidity for the productive needs of our economy. And I will also like to state that it will be preemptive and it will be proactive. We will not only, in making our assessment of the liquidity requirements, looking into the leakage of currency in circulation, which requires more durable liquidity to be provided, but also requirement for reserves as a result of higher deposit and credit growth rate, because of forex intervention, which we do not to target any price or level of the foreign exchange of the Indian rupee, but to reduce the volatility. And then more importantly, the government balances, because they also fluctuate, on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. We will continue to provide preemptively durable liquidity